Turn 50. So we've got Alteration 7, which is Wraith Lords, which is pretty neat. Next we've got Claim Throne of Life. We dropped a Mind Hunt someplace. Where did I go? Over here, yeah. So he did recruit a guy to try and move the troops out, which we managed to intercept. We found a broken tower, which is plus 2D. Nice. Black Coral Reef, another plus 1 death. And a bunch of other searching that failed. Then we've got some battles. First one is this one where I ran smack into the fucking middle of a huge pile of mages and things. But this time, he's the one who didn't bring enough gems, and I'm the one who did have enough. So he does drop the whole foul vapor thing, though. So that's going to suck over time. So first things first, we start getting some buffs cast. He drops, what was that, like Poison Ward, which will help. And then I drop some Earth Elementals in that communion, because I don't have water, but I do have Earth, and Earth Elementals are decent at trampling these guys, which they do an okay job. And the Mind Blasters are still doing their thing. These guys are like Soul Slaying and Water Striking and stuff. It's kind of working. It actually is very close, as you can see. I'm just about out of Lobos. Now the guys are in Leeching, which is usually terrible news. That means you're about to lose the battle. Except they rout at about the same time. And I think everyone gets away. Yeah. And I even enslave one. Or two. I lose 2 Star Kids, 2 Foul Vapors, 2 Illithids, 2 probably Foul Vapors and Melee, because some of them win in Melee. Most of the Lobos, and then I got -2 Myrmidon that we stole. He lost 1 Siren and all of his troops, or most of his troops. I'm just glad that I didn't lose these, because I was hanging my ass out there a bit, actually. So we're going to bring all those home. I actually scripted them on retreat in case he teleports something in to try and clean those out. Next, we are going back to siege this fort again, which only has 1 PD, so no problem there. Next, we have our freaking epic attack on Machlin. So he's got all this, and if you look at his bless, we are looking at shock weapons, quickness, luck. So that's a real fun one to fight normally. Fortunately, I don't give a shit because vastness is cool. So we did our double swarm. I should have actually scripted swarm retreat. It looks like they kind of don't get killed, or at least not immediately. So now he has dropped Soul Drain, which is basically Battlefield Soul Vortex, which is going to keep him at full life at all times. So that's going to just kind of tick. He's got Astral Shield going as well. It's a very high-powered Astral Shield with a pen bonus on it, so these guys are not getting anti-magicked. So they have like a 0% chance, basically, of hurting me. So he just kind of chills and spams stuff. Soul Vortex goes off. He's tearing. Everything around him that touches him is paralyzed or kills itself. All the while, Soul Vortex, you can see popping randomly, is leeching. It's armor negating damage. He did actually regen these guys, and they won't generally die to Soul Vortex, because it doesn't hit very hard. It's just some incidental damage, which pops randomly. They eventually flee. Uttervast has had his fair share of slaughter. He didn't pick up any more afflictions. It doesn't really matter. His afflictions aren't terribly relevant. The chest wound could be, but everything he does is reinvig. Never heal is, of course, annoying. So yeah, we now have that. So I lost 2 slave mages, which I knew I was going to lose anyway. Gained a mighty jaguar warrior. Cleared 1 high priest, 2 of his Nahualis, and a bunch of sacreds and random things also died. So that's over here. So I know he's got S8 luck, which means he has an S8 god, which means if he's feeling lucky, he can teleport and magic duel me, and he's more likely to win than I am. However, if I also teleport, then he will never meet me in the magic phase. So I'm going to teleport over here and kill these eagle and jaguar warriors really quick in a similar fashion before they can get away. or counterattack or reattack me. And then we're moving into here. It's just a pile of stuff, some water elementals, a whole bunch of water elementals, and some Shadow Blast in case he does move some sacreds up. I shouldn't need them. I'm also teleporting this guy who's going to luck the PD. It is nice PD, so he's going to Battle Fortunate. So if it is just one guy coming by himself to try and be cheeky with Magic Duel, unless it's Magic Duel returning, if it's just Magic Duel, I have enough mages that he probably can't Magic Duel them all, and they're going to spam water elementals. So I assume it's a fountain, and water elementals can kill fountains, particularly since he's in my candles. Although I guess it won't matter, it'll be from his prov, which is probably over here. I don't even know if it's in range. It probably is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's in range 5. So if he wants to teleport, he can. If he teleports it into me, I'll probably kill him. Probably. It's not 100%. And then the big old pile of shit is moving up here as well. Next turn it'll actually be here. I should actually move some more stuff down too. Like, we'll move that all down. There we go. This guy put his temple and is continuing on. Oh, and there are a couple more battles. So this was attacking into that spot. We mind hunted. It's still got all the stuff, but there's no leader, so they can't get away. And they get water elementaled, and everyone dies. I don't think very many escape because of the mind blasters. Water elementals kind of clean that up. Yeah, actually none escape, so they're all gone. And then we've got over here another small raid group. This guy is just a bunch of Lobos and some water elementals. Water elementals are kings of the sea, so yep, that works. Then we had a false prophet apparently. He got water elemental too, over here. Then we've got some events. None of them are good. We're going to get a large-scale barbarian attack over here. I mean, I guess that's a thing. We're preaching this still, trying to push these candles up. I suppose when the barbs come, I'll just clear it off. Next. One of our scouts got discovered over here. I thought the moon skeletons were going to go like this away, but they came down here apparently. I don't know if he's coming to me or not. That would seem kind of goofy, because they're just going to get killed by water elementals from Vengeful Water. But if he wants to, he can. It is suicide to do so. Next, we've got, the fort is sieged. It is only a rock wall, which is like a palisade. So I should be able to knock that down. We are going to drop Astral Window over here. Oh, I should actually rebid these. Just in case they're still alive at the end. I should have left. Not very much. I guess we'll just make like 6. There we go. So yeah, the ghosts are going to move up here and attack this because they're mercs. And they're also pretty tough, so maybe they'll get in there and kill stuff. These guys are going to go onto land. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't do that, because what if I bump Abyssy and piss it off? We'll just go back and siege. These guys are all returning. I unloaded their gems. They don't have any left. These guys are obviously returning because they got all fucked up. I actually did get one. This guy got muted, which kind of blows, so he's no longer a useful Mindhunter. However, in Communion, he can still cast his spells, and the pen works, whether or not he has a lot of magic skill, so he'll still be useful, just not as easily useful. And yeah, I think that's mostly what happened. I don't have much else interesting going on in the rest of the world. I'm just searching and walking around over here, popping temples down. Over here, she's searching, and then I think next turn we're going to go for a transformation and see if we can get lucky. And yeah, that is the turn.